Today's show begins in Atlanta, where Joe McCann introduces us to a young man with a deep family history in the game of basketball. That's this week's 5-star feature.
Atlanta's airport has been called the busiest in the world, and located just a couple miles from Hartsfield-Jackson International is beautiful Woodward Academy. Now, college basketball coaches may not be flying commercial, but several of them have made the trip here to see Walker Kessler. This talented 7-footer will always draw a crowd, whether it's college scouts or just local fans of high school basketball. It's easy to see that Walker loves the game. It's a love that's been passed down through a few generations in the Kessler family.
Naturally, there was always a ball around the house and probably in every room, either a stuffed ball, a regular ball, a Nerf ball, always a basketball.
Walker's grandfather played at the University of Minnesota, then Walker's father and uncle played together at the University of Georgia. His late uncle Alec would go on to play for the Miami Heat, while his father Chad played overseas. And now Chad has had 2 sons who love basketball. Houston Kessler was also a Georgia Bulldog, and now it's younger brother Walker's turn to shine.
It's important to me that they understand the work ethic and what it takes, to be a great player. And I think they do, but it's a balance. The thing about Walker is he loves the game. And most of what he has done over the last couple of years has been really just me providing opportunities for him, and he's seized on it, and he's worked very hard.
The desire to always be on the court, putting in extra work, is what drew Walker to Woodward Academy. Its large campus with extra gyms means he always has a place to get some shots up, work with a trainer, or organize a pickup game.
It's great. I mean, being able to call Austin or call anyone and just say, hey, can I get in the gym? Sure, we got a gym open, and just get in the gym and shoot up shots. It's great.
It's his life. I mean, sometimes we have to force him to do other things. We might put an activity together just to go to the movies or something like that, just to get him out of the gym, because he loves it.
I think that there's a little bit of a misconception with a lot of kids that they see these great players and they think they're just great players. And a lot of it is athleticism, but to really be special as a player, you have to put in the hours, and it's hard. But Walker has done that.
When you put in a lot of time, you're going to see results, and Walker has. He knew being tall wasn't going to be enough for him to reach his long-term goals. So he wants to make sure he has the perimeter skills that can allow him to make an impact at the college and pro levels.
Definitely shooting. I mean, at this day and age, you have to be able to shoot the ball from anywhere. So, I mean, that's kind of the main thing I've been working on since I was a kid, honestly. Ball handling, being able to be versatile and go on the perimeter if you have to. And obviously, with my dad being a true, old school big man, I have that in my game because he's raised me that way, and I don't regret nothing. I mean, being able to play anywhere and score anywhere, it's awesome.
Well, I think he plays hard. I think he has a lot of pride in his defense, which is not the case for all players. He's versatile.
He affects the game in a way that most people can't, because he's so long, he's so tall. He shoots the ball, incredibly well. He can bring the ball up the floor a little bit.
I think he is able to attack defenses from a number of ways. I think he is a great teammate. He is a sponge when it comes to learning new information and applying that to the team concept.
He's smart, and it translates to the basketball court.
Walker is a consensus 5-star prospect, and he was recently named a McDonald's All-American. Several of the nation's best coaches recruited him, but local fans hoped he would follow in the footsteps of his family members.
At the beginning, it was very, very tough, just because my family is very Georgia-oriented, and everyone thought I was going to Georgia, and even a lot of coaches thought I was going to Georgia, so they weren't really reaching out to me. But I tried to get it publicly known that listen, Georgia will always have a place in my heart, but I'm open to any school. I want every school to try and recruit me and give me their best, whatever.
That's a delicate balance, because guys are just looking for good players, and Walker wants to play for a good coach and be on a great team. But there's lots of those. There's a lot of good schools, a lot of great coaches. So paring that down is probably one of the bigger challenges.
Walker ultimately decided that the best place for him was Chapel Hill, and he signed with the North Carolina Tar Heels. While it's possible that the NBA could come calling for Walker soon, his academic future is something he's always thinking about.
I want him to make sure he gets an education, that he utilizes this opportunity, not just the one and done thing. And nothing against that, but even if he leaves early or gets the opportunity to leave early, we want him to get a degree.
I mean, I want to be able to have some background just in case if I get injured, knock on wood, but you never know.
He mentioned the other day that when he retires, he wants to, I think he said he wanted to be a math teacher and coach high school basketball. So he obviously loves basketball. I think he really enjoys being around kids.
While there could be a number of different things in Walker's future, right now it's looking like basketball, perhaps at the highest level, could be a part of it.
It's a great opportunity to be able to use something that is God-given and a talent, and to be able to use that to impact everyone. So it's great.
If he keeps working hard and things go right and no injuries and he continues to be passionate about it, he's got a chance to, maybe play in the NBA and maybe have a real basketball career. It'd be fun.
I know I'm biased, and I will acknowledge that, but I don't think that he has a limit. I think because of the abilities he has, he has no physical limitations.
I think he can go as far as he wants to go. It's just a matter of him continuing to want to learn, to keep challenging himself, and to try to take his game to the next level. And as long as he continues to do that, they can be fine.
In Atlanta, Georgia, I'm Joe McCann.